tie.
Melissa, thank you very much. Lawmakers on both sides of the Capitol, House and Senate, getting ready to vote on the debt deal struck over the weekend. Tim Huelskamp, a Republican member from Kansas, is a member of the Tea Party, and he joins us now from the House side. Congressman, welcome. Good to have you with us. Is this deal good enough to get your vote?
Well, certainly not. There are a number of working parts to it. Obviously, the fact we're talking about how much we can cut versus the spending increases the last few years, that's real progress. But there are a number of points I think we've conceded here. We assume the Bush tax cuts go away. We assume the Obamacare tax increases come in. It's that type of uncertainty that we don't need in the economy with where we're sitting right now today.
You've artfully not answered my question. I'm going to try one more time, Congressman.
Oh, no, the answer is no.
The answer is no.
I will not be voting for the deal, and there are a number of reasons which I've articulated, but it's not enough. I really fear we're still going to have a downgrade because we simply didn't cut enough, and we don't cut enough quickly enough to reestablish our creditworthiness.
Do you feel positively, even though you're not feeling positively enough about to vote for this package, do you feel positively that you and like-minded members of the GOP have changed the conversation, the discussion in Washington?
Well, Washington is broken, and we're trying to fix it. That's why I wanted to push the balanced budget amendment. Perhaps that might still happen, but yes, we've changed. We've reframed the debate. The American people get it. We've been spending too much. It's not that Washington hasn't borrowed enough. It's the spending is out of control. That's a change in the debate, and we've certainly had an impact. 87 freshmen on the House side, and many on the Senate side. Yes, we've changed the debate, but we haven't solved or provided the solution that we really need.
What do you think that this debate has done to confidence among Americans in their leaders and in government?
Well, I think they understand. In their daily lives, Americans have been tightening their belts for years. They've been required to balance their budget, and they are demanding Washington do the same. They're seeing a little bit of progress, but when you talk about a $1.65 trillion deficit just for this year, and we're talking about less than $1 trillion of cuts over the next 10 years, they recognize that's not enough. But that's a lot different than during the last 2 years when spending went up by huge amounts. And so we've changed the debate, but we haven't won the battle.
Tell me this, as we look at the process here, when do you expect to take a vote on this, Congressman? And do you expect that the Speaker has enough votes to pass it?
Well, usually things aren't brought to a vote unless the votes are finally lined up. I assume it'll be later today, maybe early tomorrow morning. We don't know yet. We're still trying to work through those details. We'll go into Republican conference here within the hour and have a discussion amongst our members. We had a conference call yesterday. This will be the first discussion in person. And I want to talk about the tax issues. Again, the uncertainty that's going to be created by the assumption that the Bush tax cuts will go away, that the estate tax will reappear at 55%, the capital gains tax rate will reappear at a higher level again. Those are kind of things that I don't think the markets need to hear, particularly at this point in time.
Those are debates, I guess, for another day, since that is the working assumption. That's when those tax cuts are set to expire at the end of 2012. What would you like to see the federal government do to enhance growth in America? Because my working hypothesis, Congressman, is that if you get another percentage point or two in underlying economic growth, you go a long way towards bringing the budget closer to balance.
Oh, absolutely. I'm for more new revenue. It's just not on the tax side. We need to create some certainty in the marketplace. As I mentioned, tax certainty. We need regulatory certainty now. I represent a lot of small businesses across Kansas, and that's what I hear every day. They wake up every morning and wonder what Washington is going to do to them today with EPA regulation, OSHA regulation. Take your list of things. That says, don't create a job. That's the message we're sending out of Washington. We'd get tremendous increase in revenue if we'd free up the energy sector, if we'd slow down the regulation. Those kind of things will enhance job creation across America. That's the message Washington needs to be sending, and I think we're going to start doing that when we come back in September every week on the House floor. We're going to start sending a message. What's some regulations we can take down? But the problem is they just continue to increase and increase out of this administration, and that's hindering job creation.
Congressman Tim Huelskamp, thank you very much for spending time with us, and good luck to you.